Aloha and welcome to this episode of Tsuji USA's 30th Anniversary Special Edition, Good Deeds Blossom. I'm your host, Dilber Shatursun, and if you didn't already guess it, today we're headed to Hawaii. In 1996, Tsuji's Pacific Islands Regional Office began its operations on the island of Oahu, home to the state capital of Honolulu, and it is the volunteers from this region who are in charge of a very important mission: the translation of Dharma Master Zheng Yan's teachings into English. Called Dharma as Water, this team handles the translation of many of Master's books, her daily program Wisdom at Dawn, and other types of content originally in Mandarin. Much of their work has been disseminated through Jingsi bookstores and cafes across the United States, are now available online to stream at tsuji.us or purchased through jingsi.shop, and has even reached the hands of those in prisons across the country. But how much do we all practice what Master really preaches? This is the crux of the Dharma as Water team, as their constant and collaborative work forces them to test Master's wisdom on a daily basis. Their efforts are meant to instruct others toward change and growth, but we know that true transformation is difficult and starts with ourselves first. In fact, it's this group that really puts one of Master's Jingsa aphorisms to the test. Be courageous to shoulder responsibility, then there's a chance to change. Let's go meet them now and see how they're working to help the Dharma flow from the warm waters of Hawaii.
My name is Johan. I'm a full-time Tsuji staff and volunteer in the Dharma as Water translation team.
My name is Wang, and I am a translator.
My name is Alan Chang. I came to Hawaii to work for Tsuji at the Dharma as Water.
I feel like I should have put my uniform on.
My name is Kathy, and I currently work as a copy editor and graphic designer. On a normal day, we'll eat breakfast together, we'll go to work together, we cook dinner together, eat dinner together.
You wake up and then your friends are the people that you work with, and then after work, you go home to your friends who are also your coworkers.
I would say we probably spend around 12 hours a day together, pretty much.
We spend most of our free time together too.
I think it would be much faster to calculate the amount of time we don't spend with each other.
Yeah, me too. Can you make more white ones?
It really reminds me of college life or college dorm life, sharing a living space, sharing a kitchen, cooking together, going, not classes together, but going to work together.
I would say it's a very communal living situation.
Johan's really inspiring. He's more or less a dad figure, I guess, so we're like a little family.
You can see that sincerity in him, like trying to put in the time and effort to listening to you and to understand what is your need and concern.
He has the biggest workload out of all of us, and he complains the least.
Email address.
Kathy's very sweet.
She's very compassionate, and she's very attentive to people's feelings and emotional state and so on.
She loves corgis, so she will always show me things on her phone. It's like, oh, look, this is what this corgi did.
I think someone talked about the corgis or the cute animals already. So that's a very well-known fact.
She's an artist, right? So she has like an art background.
I've seen her draw a couple of times on her iPad and I was like, you're pretty good.
Alan's, I guess, almost like an older brother to me. He's closest to me in age in terms of the four of us.
He will just see something that needs to be done, and he will take it upon himself to get it done and just to do it.
He's also an excellent chef. He cooks Chinese food.
Nora's really sweet. She's basically like an older sister to me.
very organized.
She has helped us kind of reorganize our kitchen.
She used to be a realtor, so she kind of has that kind of like home design, interior design sense to it.
She's very stern sometimes.
So she kind of keeps us in line.
We come back to 这个 office 的时候呢 the truck is gonna come back first.
The Dharma as Water team is in charge of pretty much all translation from Chinese to English of Master Chen Yun's teachings.
We do the translation for a lot of her books. I think to date we've translated over 40 some odd books that's written by Master Chen Yun.
We want to encourage people to put the Dharma into practice in their life, so hence kind of like this Dharma as water concept.
A lot of the teachings help you introspect and figure out all these what we call afflictions or things that bother you that cause more or less suffering or negative impact on your life.
Global warming, runaway consumption, school shootings, disasters that are getting more and more frequent. There are so many solutions in the teachings of Tzu Chi for the issues that the world is facing today.
And so to be part of the team, the Dharma as Water team, essentially is taking her teachings and very faithfully translating it so that it becomes available not only to the Chinese-speaking world, but the international language of the world, which is English.
We feel the importance of the work that we do for Tzu Chi and for all sentient beings, for the world.
Which is really nice down there. So yeah, I'm still. Hello!
Whoa! Gosh, this looks amazing.
The spirit of Tzu Chi that is passed on is how do you get along with different people? How do you get along with different people of different cultural backgrounds? And I think all of that contributes to why the four of us can get along. Every day as I read and translate the Dharma or edit the Dharma, even in my own living situation, in the dorm situation, I see how the Dharma actually applies to life. As I learn about the Dharma, my living situation is actually making it easier for me to comprehend the Dharma because it's just right there in front of you.
I do enjoy being able to get a whole lot closer to Master's teachings and just being able to read all the stories. It's really inspiring and just like a constant reminder to better myself every day.
The work of the Dharma as Water team is key to helping Tzu Chi's compassion for a better world spread. This small but tight-knit group is also the one that's responsible for recruiting and training new translators across the United States. In fact, as recently as this past February, they created training guides and materials for new translation volunteers to replicate. It's a meticulous effort, but as Master's teachings compound over time, it is increasingly necessary to keep the future of translations sustainable. Another way Tzu Chi volunteers strive to do, as the preacher says, is through respect and reverence of seniors, a nod from filial piety, in which deep respect is paid towards one's own parents and elders. Since the early 1900s, the Palolo Chinese home has been a place of respite for many of Hawaii's seniors. In fact, its own roots stem from filial piety too, having been originally founded to care for the state's aging Chinese immigrants in 1896. Nowadays, Tzu Chi volunteers make regular visits to call upon its residents and give them someone to talk to and spend time with. And social interaction is particularly important for older populations. Brian James, an epidemiologist at the Rush Alzheimer's Disease Center in Chicago, says that higher levels of social interaction, even peripheral interactions, can have a high payoff for elderly folks. More dramatically, his findings showed that more frequent social activity correlated with lower levels of disability in advanced age, suggesting more socially connected individuals would be able to live independently longer than their less social counterparts. So to keep life full and rewarding for every member of society, Tzu Chi volunteers in Hawaii proved that just a little bit of effort can go a very, very long way.
So Pololo Chinese Home and the Tzu Chi Foundation has been collaborating as far as 1992. Primarily, it's just helping us care for the seniors here in Hawaii. Whatever we needed, Stephanie was always there to help us.
So we've all gathered here today to go visit some elderly people. And so the information there, like I showed you, is on the front of the clipboard. And then group 5 will be Devin and Sophia. Yeah, there you go. So we're all familiar, right, with where we're going.
Okay.
Careful, the wind's kind of strong.
Group 5嘛，对不对
Group 4，
我们是 Group 4。那
Yeah.
Group 4是 Hospice 这边吗？是不是？
在
是这边
163，这个房间是165，所以163应该是在那。
So the Tzu Chi Foundation visits our seniors here weekly on Saturdays. And so they visit one-on-one and they sing to them. They hold their hands. They tell stories. So there's a lot of laughter and sometimes there's tears. But I think the value of those visitations is that it enhances people's lives in that they're less lonely, you know, they feel like somebody cares for them. But we do see that after the visits, the residents are happier, they're smiling more, they're laughing more.
Tell us what you're doing.
What I do, I stay here and let you put that lotion on my hands.
Got beautiful. Smell it. Can you smell it? It's pretty good, yeah?
Yeah.
Whether it's with the volunteer, with the staff, with the family, with the resident, we want them to feel this is a place of love. And you bring peace to them. Because what we want to do is to let them know that, you know, they are loved. That's a key thing. They are loved. Someone care for them. They are loved.
In the home,
Oh.
you know, until we meet again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I have to travel a little bit more. This is your Christmas gift. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
She's my grandma here.
Here in Hawaii, we are the nation's highest state with the longest longevity, and also we're the 13th longest living people here in the world. And so we have a huge responsibility to care for our seniors. The partnership or the collaboration with the Tzu Chi Foundation fits with Pololo Chinese Home really well. Just the physical ambiance of the place just lends itself and fits so well with the Tzu Chi Foundation and really just being so grateful to others.
Did you have any particularly good visits or good interactions with anybody?
She said a story and she said, "See you later, alligator," and Johan started singing, "See you later, alligator," in a wild crocodile. Exactly. None of us do. He knows.
You guys never heard that song?
Yeah, it's the same, not a song.
See you later, alligator. Da, 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 da. Ain't no wild crocodile. Da, da, da. I don't know. I think I've just heard it since I was a little kid.
You know, some of the people that we visited, and when we started singing Christmas song, you could just tell, you know, it brightened their day, you know, really make them really happy. I think people associate, you know, Christmas song with something, you know, happy. realized the best thing is to bring Tzu Chi into a nursing home, and they become part of Tzu Chi, and they're a spiritual community for Tzu Chi. So if we really want to make this work, is to help others and without asking anything in return. In the end, this place become that synergy, that energy to of transformation and making a difference. So you can actually come into a nursing home, bring that spirit of energy, spirit of gratitude, respect, and love, and it can transform into a spiritual community. Good morning.
We're happy to see so many of Hawaii's elderly get the care and love they need as they progress into their golden years. In fact, Hawaii's elder population has seen a rapid increase in recent years, much of it due to individuals who move there to retire. This is so much so that residents above the age of 60 exceeds the national average. With a great need developing for targeted elder care, Tzuchi's efforts in Honolulu are a step in the right direction. Still, it's not for nothing that many Americans dream of eventually living and visiting the Hawaiian Islands. Why? The state boasts the highest happiness index in the US. But did you also know it ranks #1 for its rate of homelessness? That's right. In Hawaii, there are roughly 46 homeless people per 10,000. While this island paradise may seem full of bounty, there's much to do. And in efforts to help ease the challenges of homelessness, Tzu Chi offers some timely gestures of relief.
The Tzu Chi Foundation brought in desks and chairs, foldable desks and chairs that our clientele are using in their homes. They're using in classroom settings, they're using in workshop settings, and even in our cafeteria for events, etc. Oh, okay. New to this. Okay, so this is our setup. We have one more box that hasn't been opened yet. Some of the tables and chairs, like I said, have been taken from families that are currently using them. More recent families that have came off the streets and then didn't have much anything. And we are also using some of the products provided in our kitchen where we're hosting our Thanksgiving marathon. There's so many ways that our program is already looking into, if not already using, the products that you guys have provided.
Sounds wonderful, loving care.
There's always ways for our community members and our community organizations to impact their homeless population for the better. And I'm very hopeful that we'll continue this partnership.
I'm the surgeon. So every time I operate on the patient, either they pay me or not pay me. Then I see them recover, they smile, and walk out from the hospital. I feel really good because I can see the result right away. That's why I feel like I do this. Yeah, we give something, they're all happy, they all smile, we all smile too.
I think it's so much more than just desks and chairs. In Hawaii and straight across the world, and also within the homeless sector, I think that our homeless population is an extremely resilient population of wonderful people that have terrible stereotypes connected to them. This partnership helps feed in positive energy to me and to our program and to our clientele that people care.
So Lanakila Meals on Wheels is the largest and only island-wide provider of home-delivered meals for seniors and individuals with disabilities. We were very fortunate this year that the Tzu Chi Foundation donated 800 packages of instant rice. The instant rice is going into the emergency care packages that we're delivering on Thanksgiving Day. All throughout the year, and especially on special days like Thanksgiving and Christmas, we're so aware that the individuals we serve, many of them live alone, they live in isolation, and so loneliness is really an issue for many of them. Beyond the meal, we're very proud that the volunteers are able to spend time with a friendly visit, with a wellness check, so that these individuals know that they are cared for and they're not forgotten.
Hi, happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you so much. Take care. Today we are bringing out Thanksgiving meals and emergency care boxes. Apart from just delivering these meals and the disaster boxes, we also want to bring a little bit of light and Thanksgiving holiday spirit to their homes. Let's go up a little bit more and see. 1453, yeah?
That's it. Oh, yes.
Francis?
More Francis.
Francis. Happy Thanksgiving! Thank you. We're from Lanakila. We're from Lanakila. So this is your box. Do we want to put this one back inside? Okay.
It's good to have company once in a while.
Yes, isn't it? Since Tzu Chi, we've been here for quite a while, but a lot of the contacts that we have are more in the Chinese community still. We don't really have a way to find the people that need help in the community at large. It's by working together with these organizations that we have this opportunity to really make full use of our potential. And same thing with the foldable furniture for Catholic charities. They know where the need is and we have the means to help. So it's by working together that we can make amazing things happen.
Partnerships are very important, especially when we're all trying to reach a common goal of making sure that we're serving the community. We think that the seniors are very much so going to benefit from the instant rice, and it's not something that we would be able to provide to them without Tzu Chi's support.
It's such an amazing feeling to know that you really make a difference.
I think overall, it's meeting the people that makes it worth it, or like most meaningful.
Yeah. And you can tell when you talk to these seniors that we really make a difference coming there, chatting with them, wishing them a happy Thanksgiving. It feels really amazing.
Thank you for joining us on this special look into Hawaii. We appreciate the hard work of our Tzu Chi family there to help spread the Dharma, accompany the elderly, and comfort the homeless. Tomorrow, we're taking you back to the lower 48 to Dallas, Texas, to explore the progress, challenges, and triumphs of Tzu Chi's character education programs that run through Tzu Chi's central region. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm Dilber Shatursun, and you've been watching Good Deeds Blossom, Tzu Chi USA's 30th anniversary special edition. From the Tzu Chi Center here in New York City, I'll see you tomorrow.